10 seconds. Hold on.
Jeez, man. I'm going to do the whole stream like this today. Where'd he go? It's behind the curtain. Is that Ben? Come on. We just hit live. Say hi. Say hi on the stream.
Hi on the stream.
Yeah, it's my butt. This is Ben who we were talking about earlier.
Who am I talking to?
Probably one person now that's on the stream. I can't tell, but
I'm usually the second.
So he's up. He's oh, there he is. Hey, say hi.
Hey, Benny boy, what's up, man? Hey, I got you.
He's gonna say stuff to you.
Hold on, I got us on air, so don't say anything stupid. You're on air.
Yeah,
don't say anything stupid. Don't say anything stupid. I got you.
Brock's nervous.
Hold on. Well, yeah, because we're on. Like this is fine on the street.
He knows it.
I'm already panicking.
Hey, we got a Jamie though. Now we got somebody could look things up.
I love it. I love it
for a brief moment. I think he's got to go to work.
I could be young Jamie.
Yeah, you can be young Jamie.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Ben, look that up. That's what we'll start yelling.
Look that up, Ben.
Anyway, all right, we're good. We barely made it. Mm-hmm. So we got extra people in the studio today because they're doing the St. Jude marathon, which is that it's an amazing cause. And I feel bad for complaining right now, but everyone's using the coffee machine. So I had to refill the water because whoever sons of bitches.
Hey, you know what? You're already wired up enough. You don't need your 9 coffees.
Anyway.
I'd like to say things once in a while. You get all jacked up.
You sit there and shut the hell up and you listen to me.
It's talking about coffee. He loves coffee. Hey, this guy likes coffee too.
Yeah, Ben's a coffee snob though. I'll say it. He is
coffee. If you want coffee.
Is he doing the race simulator today?
I think he's about to fire up the racing simulator.
That's why he's such a good delivery driver. It's amazing.
You're right. He's a delivery driver.
He's great at that racing simulator. So yeah, is there a FedEx delivery thing on there that he can do? Does he get in the FedEx truck? So
whip that truck around, man.
Anyway, well, hey, we're on the stream. We're live on air. Welcome to it, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock and Hunter cruising right along. Yeah, don't forget, join us Twitch, Facebook, the Plan B Morning Show, YouTube page, and of course, 107.1 on your FM dial. Hey, it's the Morning Zoo.
The Morning Zoo.
Dingo and the baby.
That's kind of what that sounds like.
Do you have anything to regale us with before we get started on morning?
No, I think we
got.
Did we even play a song the 6 o'clock hour? I felt like we talked the entire hour.
Hey, we had a lot of important things to say. All right, we talked about Pat Moody's mustache, Clydesdale's kicking you in the face, choking out ground squirrels. Me making dunks in the NBA, or no, me not making dunks in the NBA. That's what it is. All that good stuff. So.
Do I look burnt? I feel burnt.
Oh, did you do another tanning session? You do look darker. You do look tanner than me. You do. Look
I was gonna say because you can see it.
You do. You got some color. That's good. That's nice.
Yeah. Can I tell you about the tanning place?
Yeah,
Why do I like wear my hat over my face? Like you're
embarrassed to be there?
Am I embarrassed to be?
You shouldn't. What? You getting a little sun? There's nothing wrong with getting a little sun, dude. We haven't seen the sun in 4 months. All right, we still got like another.
Shouldn't be embarrassed, should I?
No. Now, when you walked into that shady massage parlor that you go to,
that I'm about to walk in next month. It's not me.
That guy.
You're right. I should be proud. I'm trying to better myself. And
honestly, I thought about going and getting a couple sessions because I mean, look, I am white right now. Yeah. I'm very
that light you got in there doesn't help either.
And I got my hat for today because I got a nice pimple right there, and unfortunately, it looks.
Trying to hide it.
I'm trying to hide
it.
You can kind of So of course, it's just right there, nice pimple right in the middle of my forehead.
Yeah.
See, back in the day, before we started doing all this video stuff, radio was great. I could come in looking like trash. It didn't matter.
You wouldn't even wear shoes sometimes until the boss came in. He's like, dude, you gotta wear shoes. Like
what for? No one can see me now. Look at me. I gotta look all gussied up. I don't have a makeup team to cover up my pimple, for God's sakes. Ridiculous. You think, hey, did Katie Couric have to put up with this crap? Absolutely not.
Dude, we brought that up the other day. Imagine like the news guy who's got to get in the suit. Dude, you gotta have a haircut like every week. You got to be all proper. They put on all the makeup artists. You got to sit down with them. How early are these people getting up?
It probably wouldn't be so bad if you were like high end, like a national news
'Cause
broadcaster.
you feel like you'd feel important.
Well, no, because they probably have everything taken care of for you. They probably got an on-site stylist that'll keep your hair
Right.
nice, the makeup stuff. They probably have a wardrobe for you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But unless you're up at that upper, like the Lester Holtz or whoever else,
Yeah,
the
right.
Tom Brokaw's, you're doing it all yourself, man. And could you imagine, Hunter, starting every day in an effing suit? Ugh.
Dude, I don't even like. So I get in like the suit for the weddings, and by the end of that, I'm like, get me out of this thing, man. It's
And then
terrible.
every day, you're waking up every day at like 4 o'clock in the morning and getting into something
No.
stiff. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Honestly, that's why I'd rather just let a newscaster go on there in a t-shirt and jeans.
Comfortable.
It's not like I'm not going to believe him because
Actually, I
he's
might
just
believe him more.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't need to get all gussied up from. All I
More
want to know is the weather.
more
Like,
relatable. Yeah. Why does a suit be like, oh, he's in a suit. He knows what he's talking about. Most times, guys in suits are trying to con me, man. That's what it is.
some bum giving me the news. Just I don't really care. I don't want to be here. But you know what? I'm not lying to you.
Look, I'm
I'm
just
here.
going to be honest. Look at me. Everything sucks. All right.
My life's terrible.
This is where it's at. This is where we're at. Anyway. All right. Well, enough of Ben and my pimple and God knows what else. Why don't we get to it here? It's time for your morning dump. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-77
77.
or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Need to pump this pimple out for God's sakes.
Yeah, right.
Unbelievable.
Well, we can't see it. You're covering it up because
you want me to show it?
Yeah, Mike.
Look at that thing.
I can't see it.
Ah!
Big old, hey, what did you name him? Is it Charles?
Herbert
Herbert
the
the
pimple.
pimp.
Philip the pimple.
Is it one of those that's like underneath and you
dude,
can't pop it?
hurts.
Those are the
It hurts.
worst.
Yeah, it hurts. So.
It's better there though than like in your nose. You ever get those?
Oh, on inside, yeah.
Oh,
No,
worst.
what sucks too is like being an adult, 38 years old, and still every once in a while getting a pimple. It's like I had to go through that in high school.
I'd
And
rather
all
have a couple of the small ones rather than that one big one that you can't pop. Oh, hey, what's worse? The one in your nose or in your ear? Have you gotten one in your ear?
I don't think I've ever gotten a pimple in my ear.
Dude, it'll take you to your knees.
Yeah?
I'm serious. The
No.
most painful. You just breathe out. I don't know what it is, the cartilage or something.
Yeah. Or hey, you know what's worse? Pimple on your booty hole. And I know all of it.
Pimple on your booty hole. That's got to be bad because you got to sit on that.
Which,
every
by the
day.
way, great metal band name right there. We are Pimple on your booty hole. These guys are good. I like these guys.
Wow.
They're loud.
These guys are popping. Jesus. It's terrible.
Ugh. Anyway, pumpthatseptic.com. Get it. Well, NASA is one step closer to nuclear power on the moon. Think about this. So, a nuclear power plant is in the works, or at least in the talkings. NASA's planning
Isn't
to
it
build one
nuclear?
there. Nuclear.
Is it nuclear or nuclear?
Nuclear?
It's nuclear, moron.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Hey,
Not
Lingerie.
nuclear.
Lingerie. Joanne Jett. All right.
Hey, you know what?
Queens Richie.
When
why
I
don't you
have an
shut your mouth?
opportunity, I'm gonna take it, Mr.
What?
Nuclear.
I'm gonna
Is that a nuclear bomb coming?
I'm gonna
Jesus, I
nuclear-
hope it hits you. That's what
I'm gonna nuclear your face. How about that?
Go ahead. It's not a word.
So nuclear, nuclear,
Nuclear. Not nuclear.
nuclear bomb,
Maybe.
nuclear boom,
Nuclear.
nuclear.
There you go.
You know what? I don't like your attitude right now. Anyway, they're building one of these big dangerous plants. All right,
On the moon.
With
They're
the,
built.
with the green stuff in there. That's yep. Well, they're talking about it. NASA just extended $2 big $1 million contracts to develop a small fission reactor on the moon by 2030 is the plan.
Does this not prove my point? You know what I'm about to say, right? Dude, we have colonized the moon. There is so much up there that's going on. If we're talking about putting nuclear plants on the moon, then we are there right now.
See,
Prepping,
now here,
getting ready.
I don't think we've colonized it yet.
Quite obvious.
That it's got to be close.
Dude,
Though.
there's
I mean,
people there. There's people up there walking around right now as we're
here's
talking.
the thing, though. We don't have the stuff up there yet to do it. I don't think they're up there yet.
I think
I'm not saying like you're way off. I just think like maybe in the next 5 years we're gonna be like, all right,
So-
we're sending people up to work on this stuff. And
That's your answer, though. If they're saying 2030, there's no way there's nothing up there right now. If they're going to have power plants up there by 2030, we have started. All right. It's happening.
seems
They're
like
not
a
just
lot
gonna
of
go up there and boom, throw it up like Sim City. It doesn't work that way.
great game, by the way,
Good
great
analogy,
game.
right?
Until you got the hurricane and wiped
But
out your
you're
city.
starting to
Like, damn it.
understand now, right? Like you can't just do that. You gotta prep for that. You gotta have.
This seems like a lot of work just to mine the cheese that the moon is made out of.
Oh God, you just ruined all the serious conversations. You know
The
that
moon
It's
is made
not
out of
made of
cheese.
cheese.
Moon cheese. You don't know that. Have you been up there? Huh? Have you been
I
up there?
I haven't, and I can't say
It could
I know that.
it could
but,
have a center made of delicious nacho cheese. You don't know.
You know, wait a minute.
I
God,
love it. I love it. Say goodbye and see you, Ben. So that could happen very soon. Very soon. Nuclear
hey,
on the moon.
take what I said to bed. Just saying, you might be buying a telescope soon because I want to see what's going on up there.
You see some guy holding the sign.
I told
Hey,
you.
It's Gary from the moon.
There's people up there waving signs. God, you can't get away from those people everywhere.
Oh man. What about this? Moving on from the moon and it being made of cheese. The Tooth Fairy's got it rough, man. Kids, they want too much from the Tooth Fairy. A recent article out of the Wall Street Journal says kids are now getting things like $100 bills and Louis Vuitton bracelets.
No.
Now the reason being,
I don't
here's
care. Give me any
the justification is parents are now celebrating the occasion of a first fallen tooth as a milestone, much like birthdays and graduations. Pinterest is calling them inch stones, predicting that they'll replace over-the-top celebrations like gender reveals as the top parenting trend of 2024.
No, not a good reason. We don't need to celebrate everything. There's too many things to celebrate nowadays. You know what? We got $1. If that.
If I got I'm pretty sure I got a quarter for
Quit
each one.
trying to make everything so like happy
Well,
and
so-
make a whole day around it. You know what? You're doing it for yourself. There's a lot of
Right.
selfishness in there as well.
For
Like-
sure, because they're gonna take the photo of little Timmy holding up his Rolex
They get
watch.
to post it on
and his
Facebook and
tooth
social
and
media. And
look at us.
become a trend.
Yep. But you know
I
what?
hate it.
This is twofold here because it's that, and also you're setting a precedent for now everyone thinking, or this next generation of children thinking that they should be awarded these massive prizes
Yeah.
for everything that they do. So they won't even have to earn it. Like they get it's that kind of that everyone gets a trophy type deal. And also too, look, it's not just one tooth. You're going to give this kid a Louis Vuitton bag or $100 bill for that first
Come
tooth.
on.
There's still like 13 other teeth in there.
Yes.
What are you going to do then?
What are you going
What
to
are
do
you
then?
gonna do
Because the kid's
then?
going to expect a Louis Vuitton bag or a $100 bill, which is
Yeah.
absolutely absurd. Hey, it's an effing tooth. All right? Everybody loses them. It's your baby tooth. I don't even remember the first tooth I lost.
No.
It's getting ridiculous, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, a lot of it's around social media.
Oh, I told you, it's the worst. To me,
You got to have the picture.
we would be so much better off if social media was gone. That
What
that
is it?
is
First day of school, first tooth loss, the first fingernail clipping, the first haircut, the first. It's a kid. I love kids. All right, I love your kid, but he's a kid.
Yep.
Just much like Timmy, just like Billy, just like there's a bunch of them, and I get it. It's your kid, but I don't care. Quit posting it.
Here's the thing.
Sorry to being a jerk, but
No, because
it's ridiculous.
it is too much. And especially for parents like me, I can't give my daughter $100 bill, nor would I ever give her $100 bill for her first tooth. And then she's going to go to school and maybe see a kid who's got, I don't know, a Dora the Explorer Tiffany bracelet that she got for her tooth. And then my kid is going to be like, well, Daddy, why did the Tooth Fairy only give me a dollar?
Yeah.
Well, the Tooth Fairy, your tooth wasn't as good as it. What am I supposed to tell my kid
Mhm.
You know, that's kind of the same thing I've kind of gone to now with the presents to the kids. You know, Santa brought all these presents, these super awesome, expensive presents to this one
Mhm.
kid. And then the other kid is like, well, all I got was this from Santa. Was I not good enough? It just sets up this whole
know.
domino effect.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I
I do have to ask though, Hunter, on the tooth thing, because I don't know about your mother, but my mother does still have this tiny little wooden tooth container.
With-
It's shaped like
a
with-
tooth that has your teeth in it. It's
yeah,
weird.
some
It's
baby
weird.
teeth in there.
I think my mom might have that too. And,
Right.
and you know, I know she does. She showed me one time, like, hey, check it out. Like all excited. I'm like, put that away.
You have
Weird.
bone, Mom. You have
Mom.
old bones from my face. in this-
Put my bones away. Well, hey, do you have a skin box too of my old skin? Like why do you have that?
Yes, actually, here's the skin from your first chicken pox outbreak. I kept the back sheet. Ugh. Yeah, I'm positive. You went to my folks' house right now. There is a horrible pottery jar that I made. You remember the old pottery that where you would roll the
Yeah,
pieces and stack it, right? That
Yep.
the easy kind. It's a terrible off-center pottery jar with a little wooden tooth container that has maybe 4 or 5 of my teeth in there.
Gross.
What is going on, Ma?
Why
What are you
need
doing?
that?
It's
Well,
weird.
It's not, I mean, whatever.
I guess it'd be weird if she made like a necklace out of it.
Like, listen, hey, check these out. These are my charms.
Like some grizzled Vietnam vet who had the ears around his neck because he
Hey,
spent
where's your
too much
scalp?
time.
You have a few scalps hanging off your
Good
belt? Like,
Lord.
yeah. Just we need to calm down on the celebrations. All right. That's basically what we're trying to get to, and just stop it. All right. No $100 bills, no effing Louis Vuitton purse. Come on.
Well, that's an interesting brooch there. What is that made out? Oh, that's my son's foreskin. What the hell?
Oh, geez, man. Stop. Gross. Just what happens? The final question: what happens when your child finds some hardship in life? They're not going to know what to do.
No, actually, they
when
will.
something's not given to them, they're going to be like, well, wait a second.
No.
Get $100
Actually,
for doing nothing? Like,
we're on to something. Actually, they're on to something here. When a real life actually hits them in the face, they can just pawn off that Rolex you got them for their first baby tooth. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
They'll be all right. Yeah. Yep.
$1,200 purse.
They just have to pawn it off. Hey, sorry. That's what happens in life. I had to pawn off my Louis Vuitton first tooth bag. This is ridiculous. Times are tough. Times are tough. Anyway.
Back in the day, they didn't even call you your kid until you were like 7.
Right.
You know?
They didn't know if you were gonna. They made sure you got to at least double digits before.
Exactly.
Then
Then they gave you a name.
The wolves didn't get you. The engines didn't get you. Dysentery didn't get you. We'll keep you. All right.
The Victorian days. We need to go and look at that a little bit. Because you know what? Those pumped out men. You became a man after surviving that.
Mama,
My dad
Papa,
didn't call me his dad until I was like,
Mama, Papa, why don't I have a name? Well, we're still not sure you're gonna make it there, little one. We'll just give you numbers 1, 2, 3. That's Jenny. She made it to her 10th birthday, so we're gonna keep her. That's good. That's good.
times are
Anyway.
different.
Well, if my beautiful sweet daughter is listening, I've had a long talk with the Tooth Fairy. You're getting $1. All right, you're getting $1.
Maybe.
You're getting $1. Maybe some Paw Patrol stickers, and that's good enough. All right,
$2 bill. Go to the bank and get her a $2 bill. That's kind of cool.
for a tooth. Are you out of your mind? Get out of here. Ridiculous. This inflation is ridiculous. Anyway,
Craziness.
all right, that is your morning dump. We'll be back. All right. Morning, Scott. Yeah, Ricky was trying to get Ben to swear on air. Stop it. Morning, Eric. What is it with you guys and your ear pimples? I don't never had an ear pimple.
Dude, it's the word. Like he or she just said. The word.
Damn, Steve. Did this thing come with its own birth certificate? I think he's talking about my pimple. God damn.
It's got its own area code, man. Damn.
Where's my Clearasil? I need my Clearasil. Happy Friday, Michelle.
Is the air a little thin up there on that pimple? He's a mountain.
Yeah, right. There's some dead bodies on that thing.
Some waypoints.
Oh my God. Oh man. Anyway,
That's funny.
All right, let me save that. We got about a minute here. We'll get into sports.
Nice.
Wherever life takes you, whoever you are, whatever your needs, we all need help sometimes. Your answers begin at 211, where trained advisors will help you find local resources to meet your needs. This free and confidential service is provided by the United Way of Southwest Michigan. For a list of resources in your area, visit 211.org or pick up your phone and call 211.
Okay, then.
Okay, that's I'm saving. I'm trying to think of what I should title this one. I got nuclear
Nuclear.
nuclear on the moon. That is a tough word from nuclear.
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 It's good that you're learning this because some people, dude. God, what president would say nuclear? And he got drugged through the coals.
I went to the library to read up on nuclear. That's what I did.
In my
This
lingering.
guy's a moron. All right, here we go.
The library.
Well, good morning. It's 7:28, the Plan B Morning Show.
It's Good Friday, Jam.
Yeah, I like it. Tooth Fairy gift. Sorry, I'm saving something right now. I got distracted by Hunter. Him making fun of how I say nuclear.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna pop some champagne while wearing lingerie and go to the library and rent a magazine and read about nuclear devices. What are you talking about?
It should be champagne. It should absolutely be.
I do like that word.
I like that better. Like if I'm saying it, it's champagne. All right. It just sounds better. Sounds better.
Pop that champagne.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Anyway, all right. It's 7:29. Let's get to it. It's time for sports.
Oh, yeah.
As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweiser's, other delicious drinks like Good Boy Vodka Seltzers, Every Pour Helps a Pup, and Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Hey, Bud, and remember to drink wiser, Bud.
Hey, did that picture of that old football player come up on your Facebook yesterday? It was a Chiefs player from like 1960 or something, and his helmet was like, dude, it looked like he didn't have any padding in it. It looked like he just put a piece of plastic over his head.
It was like the old Hutch.
Dude, no chin strap. Can't remember who it was. Big burly dude. I mean, it just looked like he was just beating people up. But you just looked at that picture and you're like, oh yeah, that's how football used to be. Like, I feel bad for whoever lined up over that guy. Dude, no chin strap, no mouth guard. Like literally a Hutch helmet with like foam, like some packing peanuts in it, and just put it on.
I mean, when you look at all of the old equipment, you're like, oh my God, like that is not regulation at all.
Yeah.
At all.
And they had the big shoulder pads.
I mean, you look back too, like just like the quarterbacks having even just the single bar,
which was screwed on with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Like they didn't put any effort into the equipment. Like, how long did it take them? Even the equipment we used in like 7th grade football was a little sketchy.
Oh, for sure.
This is going to protect me, huh?
It was like cheap plastic. And I remember like middle school, like the real thick face mask and everything like that. That was just obnoxiously large,
thick and heavy. Some of them were like metal, and like, God, this thing is weighing me down. I remember I had a helmet, like the first helmet, maybe 7th grade football, and it had good padding in it, but it was that plastic that would crack over time as it got older. So you put this thing on it like pinch your hair and your skin,
much like the seat, the fake leather seating in like an Oldsmobile 88.
It's sitting, you get your ass pinched by you get up and bite you.
That cushioned toilet seat at Grandma's house that would crack in that one spot, and Yep.
Then it came with the old Aaron Rodgers chin strap, which was like the felt chin strap that didn't protect you at all.
But Brett Favre, I can't tell you how many times Brett Favre would take and again, just from what I remember, take a snap without the chin strap on. He would just go up to it all the time.
Yeah, is that a rule now?
I don't think so. I mean, if you're doing it constantly, they might say something to you.
Because I remember refs saying things to Brett Favre, like, dude, you got,
get that on. I mean, like here's an old photo of Bart Starr. I mean, look at that. Like, why even have the bar at that point? What's that bar
What's
gonna
that
do?
doing?
What's that bar doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
God, look at these guys, man.
Yeah, like that's kind of the helmet we wore back in the day.
Yeah.
And you know what they didn't tell you to do? They didn't tell you not to go helmet to helmet like they do
No.
now.
No, I was taught lead with your head.
What school
Hey,
did you go to?
but put that
Oh,
head
my
down, man. Hey, do you want to get those extra yards? You put that head down, man.
You know, God, cracking helmets. Yeah, those old pads, man, were just terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then when you go into wrestling season and they hand you a singlet from like 1970.
Made out
How
of
many
wool.
balls have been in this thing?
Yeah. You ever wrestled in a wool singlet? I have.
It's gross, man.
Yeah, so I'm just looking. I love these old like here, it's like that's just like the old leather helmet that they're like, why don't we just strap a plastic face
Yeah,
mask on
what
it?
is that?
Man. Thanks for the protection, guys.
Yeah, thanks. But no
This is
thanks.
This is actually doing worse. This is doing more harm.
It
than
is
good.
because it makes you believe you can lead with your head, you know?
Yeah.
If you didn't have that, if you just took that off, people be like, I'm not going to go crown to crown. That's for sure.
I honestly, well, I know we've talked about this before, but there's a reason why you don't see the kind of head injuries and stuff in rugby. It's just different. I mean,
they hit different. They know they can't go head to head. So
you can still get good body shots, but you're not. It's not. You're not seeing the head injuries, which
not taking anything away from rugby because damn, dude, that's rough.
But
That's a
again,
rough
though,
sport.
the head injuries aren't what they were, and that's what they're talking about now with football is all the head injuries and everything. Well, that's because we're getting better protection, and we're just like, all right.
You see the helmets now that have the slits in the front on the crown. So it flexes a little bit in. It's kind of smart. I'm still gonna I'm bringing this up one more time. My dad had the invention of that, just that little slip. It's about that thick, and it's got a hard, slippery outer coating, and you just slip it over your helmet, and it just gives you that little extra protection on the outside. You know, I always thought that'd be a good idea. Why not? But take it to Shark Tank, right?
Hold on, I'm gonna take it. Are you still on the? I'm going down memory lane here with the old. Which Hutch uniform did you have?
I had a Cowboys one and a Redskins one.
Look at that.
Is that it?
That's the 49ers.
Yeah, it's the Niners.
But that's what it was, man.
Cowboys. God. Yeah, those are sweet.
Dude, that's so awesome.
Those pads right there, the shoulder pads.
Right there. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's basically what they wear now. Those are lineman pads right now.
Honestly, that's it because most of them don't wear thigh pads or knee pads anymore.
Yeah. Basically the uniform.
That's funny. Anyway.
That's craziness, man. Yeah. Memory lane. There you go.
Memory lane. Put it on, Dad. I want to go play football outside.
Come on. All right, let's get to just some sports real quick. You want some scores? NCAA men's. Yeah. Well, actually, women's college basketball, because there was a significant thing that happened last night. Number 4, Iowa beating Michigan 106-89. And why I say that is because of Caitlin Clark. She did it again, or not again, but she did it. She broke the NCAA women's basketball scoring record during last night's game against Michigan. Record previously held by Washington great Kelsey Plum set the record back in 2017. Still enough time for Clark to also surpass the all-time NCAA basketball scoring record, which is held by Pistol Pete Maravich.
So at this point, I mean, I know the game is evolving and the players are evolving and everything, but she's a senior this year, right? Caitlin Clark is. I'm assuming. Anyway, she's still got a good chunk of the season left, so I got a feeling she's probably going to put up a record because it's just going to keep getting higher. and higher.
Well, they know. Well, not only is she the best player on the team, on the court, probably in NCAA women's college basketball, but now with that record in sight, of course their team's going to give her the ball. Let's get it.
Well, I mean, something that will probably not be touched, at least not for a long time. On the women's side, maybe ever, and on the NCAA side, not for a long time.
I think so. She broke this record. The next few games, I think we're going to see 50 points, 55, 45. She might put up 60 one night.
Yeah.
Just because they want to give her the ball now. Like, beat that record. Go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Basketball Jones.
I mean, she scored what, 49?
Yeah, I think
Michigan?
that's what Coho said. Yeah, 49 points. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not missing.
I don't think I scored 49 points in my entire time playing basketball in middle school. I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
No.
Yep.
You couldn't score 49 right now playing like eighth graders in
Yeah.
not even eighth graders. I'm telling you, like fifth graders in YMCA basketball. You could
Brian
probably put
said,
up 19, maybe.
Brian said she still has a year yet of eligibility. So if
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep. Does she stay? She has a year of eligibility, but is she going to play? I mean, if you blow in the, I'm not trying to put any bad karma on it, but that's the question going to the WNBA is like, should I make a bunch of money or break a bunch of records and put your name in history? That's a tough decision.
Yeah. Slate yourself in that, and hey, at this point, she's making money now. She's making money now with the new, get your college degree. I know I never understood, I guess I shouldn't say I never understood that, but
you haven't been in the position.
You haven't been in the position, but get that college degree just in case, and
I think
get
you still can afterwards.
Yeah, most times they give you they
give
you the honorary one,
So hear me out on this. This is ridiculous, but I saw this video the other day. So Belichick trying to figure out where he's going to coach next, blah, blah, blah. Tom Brady still has a year of college technically, which isn't true because after 7 years, the first time you play college football, you have 7 years to finish football. So you can take a few.
Okay.
But you can't come back like Burt Reynolds and,
that movie's not real. That movie's not real.
That movie's not real. But there was like this weird conspiracy theory that Belichick was going to go coach Michigan and Brady was going to come back and be QB for him.
1 year.
For one last year. My God. Can you imagine?
I would watch every game. Every game.
You know how pissed off people would be?
The hell? Yeah, Tom Brady coming out of the tunnel, all right, or going to biology class with all 7 rings on. Like what?
Just to do it. My God.
Unbelievable. I would watch every game. I would watch every game. Unbelievable.
Yeah. But hey, Caitlin Clark, congratulations. Broken the NCAA men's or women's basketball scoring record. Congratulations.
Basketball Jones. Pass me the rock because I'm headed to the basket.
Pass me the rock. You got anything else? Because, dude, I have really nothing of interest here. Reading through them, they're all serious stories. It's nothing fun.
Did you check out, are you on the prep site? Is that where you got it? Is there anything? There's nothing good on there?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going through it. It's just a bunch of serious NBA.
You want to tell stories when we played?
All right, here's one. Here's one. All right, another reason to tune into the NBA All-Star festivities this weekend might be to check out the state-of-the-art full video LED court that was installed at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. I've seen this court on YouTube. They premiered it. God, what was it for? Anyway, dude, it is awesome. It's very distracting. Obviously, they're not doing anything during the game, but like halftime shows, like pregame warm-ups, they're doing a lot with it. It means the skills competition, the three-point contest, the slam dunk competition, as well as the shooting matchup between Steph Curry and Sabrina, blah, 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 will take place on the fancy glass floor on Saturday. The All-Star game itself will be played on Sunday on those old-fashioned wooden courts. So they're not going to use the LED court for the actual game. But if you have a chance, check this court out. It's wild. It's kind of like something from a video game. I mean, you can have things, tracers following players. They can put stats up on the court. What else were they showing?
Is that going to be distracting, though? I think that might be.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, they can only use it for like fun games and like competitions. But you could also use it in real games as far as like timeouts, TV timeout, boom.
Wait, hold on, wait. So is it on the actual court when you're in it? So like it's on it, so it's not just like TV, like the Nickelodeon getting the slime thing.
No.
Bowl,
it's on the actual court.
Okay.
You're playing basketball on a massive TV. There you go. Massive TV.
Oh, if I like that. It seems a little distracting.
Until you see
obnoxious.
it. Yeah. Until you see it. Dude, I'm serious. It falls in line with why don't they have the ball on fire on TV when he hits 3 in a row? Or why isn't the CGI making the basketball glass explode when they dunk?
Yeah, but that's on TV though. Like if I was at the game and all this stuff was going, I don't know, maybe or for the players. I mean, I know it's not going to be on during gameplay. It's not like they can, I don't know. While the players are on there, flash something. And that would be
check it out before you knock it. All right.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It really is.
Um,
It's kind of like what the Sphere is doing, but on a basketball court. It's awesome. So
I like
there
it.
you go. That's the only cool story I got.
I just found something here about the college football 25 from EA Sports coming out.
Okay. What you got?
I'm just saying they're bringing back the college video game.
Oh, the video game.
Yeah, the video game.
I thought
Did
that
you
was
ever do
already
that?
back. It's not, huh?
No, so
We
it was
talked about
first-
that a few years ago. They're like, yeah, we're bringing it back.
It was first announced in 2021. They haven't had a college football game since
when we talked about it.
2014.
2014.
Was the last time. So a
Why
decade
is that?
ago was maybe there wasn't enough interest in it. People didn't care.
Nope. That's not the reason. It has something to do with EA Sports, probably.
Oh,
Them be like, we're not making enough money. Yeah, you are. You're making plenty of money. If that's the reason, that's got to be the reason. Because people loved that game. I'm telling you, more than Madden. People would be like, I don't want to play Madden. I want to play NCAA. It's better. Which is EA, right? EA Sports.
I do remember playing like way back in the day, like, you know, late 90s, early 2000s playing that because I always liked Texas. I just always went with Texas and when they were really good and everything. But
We liked it because we could build your own team, and we would always make it like our high school team, same colors. They even had a preloaded fight song that was our fight song. It was pretty cool.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah, I always like when you could build your teams and stuff like that, you know, put your own players in and get their stats and everything. Dude, the amount of work we would put into it is just
I know. Make your own
unbelievable.
little franchise and go through
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah, you go for the franchise and then you try and win the
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so coming back, if you're a fan of college video games, EA Sports College Football 2024 or 2025, whatever it'll be. So anyway,
Pretty cool.
that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nothing else.
I like it. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, bud.
We'll be back. I got a message from Terry saying your level's really bad. I've left it all the same. I don't know. Probably
My
'cause I
levels,
had-
man. Check.
Like he said on air, you were super fucking loud, like double mine, which I've left you exactly the same as I always do. Damn it.
On the air. So it's all the same here. I haven't touched it since he's been here.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because we switched and we're on right. I don't know if that would do anything, but
Ooh, maybe.
WIRX.com or inside the WIRX mobile app. And each month we'll present a commemorative award to an American hero as a symbol of Southwest Michigan's gratitude. Thank you, veterans. From Stark's Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services. 07 WIRX.
Tim Ott is our Veteran of the Month, presented by Stark's Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services. Tim joined the Navy shortly after 9/11 and served on a submarine for 10 years. He
Coffee give you heartburn?
oh yeah,
serves as a
for sure.
Really?
Especially if you got an empty stomach. Yeah,
I think that coffee just gave me heartburn.
I don't think you can. I don't think
Give
you're
you heartburn or burn? I think it just gives me a burn.
Homes and Cremation Services. Nominate your American hero on this station's website.
Silver Beach Pizza loves you so much, they have not one but two pizzas of the month to try for February. Count the Big Mac.
All right.
Thin crust with an olive oil
Topic coming up here. What's the most overrated life experience?
Ooh.
and topped with shredded lettuce, pickles, and Silver Beach secret sauce. Order online anytime at silverbeachpizza.com.
Yeah, that level shit pisses me off. That's why we need we need a producer. I want someone that can handle all that shit because it sounds fine in my headphones. All right, here we go. Well, good morning. 7:46, the Plan B Morning Show. It's Brock. It's Hunter.
Morning.
Yeah, how about it? How about it? Let's see here.
Oh,
You
you
like
would
the
play
song,
this
huh?
on Friday.
I love this song. It's all random. It just happens to come up quite a bit. I need to update it. I need to do a couple more we need to add in there. So we need to do like a bunch of slow intro songs, like it's just a bunch
Slow.
of, just-
Kenny G.
Make me a
I think
Kenny
I
G.
had a Kenny G one, actually.
I actually way in the beginning of the show, I
Way
think there was a Kenny
Oh, I
G
think
one.
I
So
did
yeah,
Kenny-
but
Forever in Love. Is that what it is? What is that?
I think that's what it was. I want Careless Whisper. Can you do Careless? That
I
might
can do
actually been
Careless
one we
Whisper.
had too.
Yeah. I could do it.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great one. You kidding me? Careless Whisper. Fantastic. All right, we got to get to it. It's time for your topic of the day on a Friday. I like this one. What's the most overrated life experience? All right.
This is a tough one for me. I'm racking my brain, man, trying to figure one out, and I just can't put my finger on it. I know I have an answer. I just can't find it. Overrated life experience. You know why? Because if I ever do anything, I make sure it's worth it anymore. You know?
Well, here, let me give you mine, and maybe
it's like
that'll
you can't really go into anything blind anymore. You can YouTube everything, all the information's
kind of
there.
know. Here's mine, and maybe this will help jumpstart your answer. New Year's Eve, the whole ball drop New Year's Eve party is wildly
Same
overrated
thing every year.
And let's even chalk it up. New Year's Eve at Times Square. I've never done, but that looks like an effing nightmare. That looks like the worst time.
For sure.
And honestly, I think I've read up on that, and people are like, if you get down there, you can't move.
Can't get
it's
out.
like if you
gotta go to the bathroom.
No. So, and you got to get there early. So
And
it's
they
not like
probably-
you show up at like 11:30, like, oh, the ball's
and then get out right away.
there all day.
Oh yeah.
The amount of people probably standing in their own filth is and for what? I'm not
You know
saying
what? Probably $18 bottles of water. Everything's probably so expensive.
and tack it on with the parties. I'm not saying I haven't been to some fun New Year's Eve parties, and I'm not saying New Year's is just garbage, but the whole let's watch the ball drop and kiss and do all that. I think I've been asleep the last like 5 New Years.
Yeah,
I think I've been asleep for the ball drop,
midnight.
because it's like, all right, the ball's going to drop. And I feel exactly the same as I did 30 seconds
Who's it
ago
gonna
before the ball
It's going
dropped.
to be the guy from TRL and Carson Daly. No, that wasn't Carson Daly. Who does it? What's the guy? He's a radio guy. He's on
Ryan Seacrest.
Seacrest, and then the white-haired dude.
Well, you had it was Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, which he did. Dick Clark did it forever. It was the Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, and then you had
the white-haired dude that does the show. He had the
Anderson Cooper,
Cooper,
and then he's a bunch of people. Kathy Griffin, for some reason they had,
click.
That's who you want to see ringing. And Kathy Griffin yelling at you as the ball drops. Oh, what a great way to start the new year!
Worst.
I think I'm not saying it's garbage, but it's overrated. And especially, being in Times Square. That's
Found my answer from yours. Thank you. Thank you for sparking some things in my brain.
You got it,
Super Bowl halftime shows. I'm going to add that to the
list.
Good
Great
answer.
I like
I'm not
that.
saying Usher wasn't great. Hey, you did a great job. What I'm talking about is just Super Bowl halftimes in general. To me, they're all the same. It's the same. It's a bunch of people singing and dancing, coming towards the camera. It always starts the same. People doing flips. There's fireworks. There's a band. Then there's the main guy. He comes out. Wait, I call it. I'm like, yeah, Usher, that song's going to be next because it's getting time for them to come back out.
You know what's interesting,
it's the same thing every year.
How underwhelming do you think it is for the people actually in the stadium? Because we get to see everything close up with the camera angles.
Yeah.
If you're at the stadium, I'm sorry, Usher is this big on the he's that big on that field. Think about how big the players are.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the field, that's got to be super underwhelming. You know what it is? Everyone looking up at the Jumbotron.
At the Jumbotron, for
We're
sure.
not even looking at the stage because you can't see anything.
It's all the same. It's the same thing. You know what I said before the suit when they were like, Usher's going to be at Super Bowl? Like, okay, that's cool. But why don't they have like Nitro Circus or something completely different? It's always like singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, this is my time to go get some halftime food. I've seen it.
Yep.
Time and time and time again. It's nothing new to me. Just the songs are new,
Which
aren't even new.
Cool?
I know Usher. Yeah, I know all the songs, which is cool.
It would be kind of cool. Why don't they do like a magician? Have a magician on. There you go.
David Copperfield could put on a massive production.
Yeah. Make the stadium disappear. Right?
Anything. I don't care. Cirque du Soleil.
Hey, something different.
Amazing show.
Something different.
Something different. Halftime shows. Throw them in that.
Good answer. Overrated life experience. We got some great answers here on Facebook. What's the most overrated life experience ever? I have not experienced it. I don't know if I will in my lifetime now having a child, but Tyler said Disney World.
Yeah.
You've been. What's your take on that?
Yeah. So I went because my cousin was in a band, and our band in high school was awesome, like the top band in America. It was crazy. So they all got to go to Disney World for free, and I went, and I had fun. But you're right. Like I even remember back then, like this is just all fake. This is weird.
Yeah.
You almost get a weird vibe sometimes, and because there's parts of the park that are empty and kind of not deserted, but like we went where there's not a lot of people around. And it almost gets eerie.
I feel like we shouldn't be here. We should not be here.
What is this place?
This is not good. I like Amber on top of this. She said, my son said Disney World was a glorified Six Flags.
Yep.
A more expensive glorified Six Flags. Yeah.
Expensive. Super expensive.
Yeah.
And there's one part where they have beer, but it's like way over there.
All right. You got to hoof
We
it.
shun you for going to that part of the park, but it's there. You got to find it.
You know where I'm at is, and again, I'm sure the conversation will come up. We're starting to get into, like the Looney Tunes and characters that are expensive now, where it's like I may have to go to Disney World or something like that because she's starting to like them.
What about Universal Studios?
Yeah, you could do that.
Take her there. Is that why do people not go to Universal? Because it's not really technically geared towards little kids, but your kid's going to have just as much fun, if not more, at Universal, right?
This is where I'm at. This is what I'm hoping to have the conversation with my daughter is, okay, honey, you think you want to go to Disney World. Here is the cost. Now we could take mommy and daddy could take this money and we could all go to Disney World, or I could buy you a go-kart. Think about it. Just think about it. Like a bitchin' go-kart. Probably some other stuff.
Both.
Damn it. All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, Dad, I run the ship and you're getting me both. All right. Okay. Here you go, honey. Here you go.
And I want to ride the go-karts at Disney World.
You're going to let me drive the go-kart down to Florida. Sure. Whatever you need, honey.
Man,
whatever you need. Whatever you need. Damn it. Mark had a good one. Mark said meeting rock stars is overrated life experience. Most of them are pretty normal. Some just outright boring. I want to add on to that because yes, most rock stars you talk to are just average guys. There's been a few I've talked to that I'm like, okay, that was, that's a different person for sure. To add on to this, the most overrated life experience, backstage. Everyone thinks it's like Motley Crue in 1986.
Yeah, people doing lines of cocaine. Naked women and partying.
There was a time, a small period of time where there was a handful of people, but I can't tell you how many times I've taken people back. And if you're lucky,
I think it was a rock star studying for an exam one time when I went back because he was taking classes at the time.
Yeah. If you're lucky, there's like a keg of free beer and some like finger foods. If you're lucky, you're like, all right, we got some free beer and some snacks. Okay.
Times are a little different.
It's not like it was. And even then, even like Motley Crue is like one of those bands. And you go back to the Zeppelin days or, what's his face? Like Keith Moon throwing a TV out of a hotel. That was so like that isolated. It really was not like, and it is not even close to that nowadays. So
I'm going to throw one out there. An underwhelming or overrated, I don't know how you said it, but interviewed Pauly Shore. And I was super excited to interview Pauly Shore, right?
Yeah.
And he was just super sad and depressing. All he talked about was like, he's like, I don't like to be the weasel anymore. I'm like, but you are the weasel. Like,
that's your thing, man.
That's your thing. That's you. And he was depressed at the time. And it was like, I remember getting off the phone just like, man, that's sad.
Yeah.
And I think he's better now. I think he got out of it. I'd like to do it again. But I just remember getting off the phone. Like, that was underwhelming.
Yeah.
He
didn't wheeze the juice for you.
He didn't wheeze the juice. Like I wanted to talk about like in the army now and all this.
Yeah.
All he wanted to talk about was his tour, his comedy tour, because he was trying to make a bunch of money, which I get.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, and that's with a lot of them. It's just
Casino man, say something.
They're all just the same people. And it's almost worse if they're the opposite of that. I think it's almost worse because I have talked to some celebrities, rock stars, where you're like, you think way too highly of yourself.
Yeah,
we need to back it down a little bit. We need to just straighten up a little bit.
Just talk to Steven Seagal or what?
God, I want to talk to Steven Seagal so bad. You have no idea how bad. If I could set up a Steven Seagal interview.
All right, first question: are you God? And tell me why.
Steven, I'm just gonna. This is an open forum. You just tell us why you're great, and let him go for an hour and a half. You see, it starts off like this. I wake up every morning. Here was one on here I thought was interesting. Stacy said owning a home is the most overrated life experience ever. I don't know that one.
I disagree.
I will tell you that there's a lot of stuff they don't tell you about it when you do own.
Yeah,
a home.
that's true.
You're always fixing things.
Yeah,
you're always doing stuff. You
but
know,
I love my home base. Even when I'm
Right.
like, you go on vacation and like you're ready to go back at some point.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you're like I just like you get home and then
yeah.
my space.
You know what was a common answer too, and I think we use this in the promo is being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Being
Growing
an
up.
adult, I see it's tough because obviously you think about when you were a kid and no responsibilities and everything that, but also with no responsibilities, you also didn't have the freedoms that you have now. So that it's a give and take. Like at any point in time, Hunter, I could just go buy a cake and eat it. You know what I mean? At any point in time, as a child, you're
got
like,
money in your pocket. You
got
can
money
drive
in your-
places.
you know, right. But then also too, I have to go to meetings and I have to pay bills.
Comes with
and
a price. For sure.
Yeah, it comes with a
Everything
price.
does.
So this was a good answer on Reddit. We got this from Reddit, and there were some really good ones on here. This person said prom, most overrated life experience. I mean,
somebody didn't get taken to prom. That's
well,
what-
here's the problem. Is that you watch any teen movie, 10 Things I Hate About You, or
Right.
they make prom like this. People are doing synchronized dances, and all the chicks are looking fine, and someone spiked the punch bowl.
Yeah.
Dude, my prom, it stormed like crazy. When my date and I finally got to prom, we had to immediately go into the kitchen area because there was a tornado warning.
Oh, God.
And it was like,
That
this
sucks.
isn't at all like they made it out to be in the movies. So
Yeah,
I
that
could
sucks.
see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
went to prom and I was younger than her. She took me to prom and she just went and hung out with her friends. And I just went and hung out with my friends. I think we danced. Did like a slow
Right.
dance once.
that's what it is. You do the whole
Yeah.
build up to it. And yeah.
Oh, we went out to dinner because you always go out to dinner beforehand, right? That was nice.
Yeah. We did dinner. I think we went, if I remember correctly, this was junior year. We had paella. You know what
Ooh.
paella is? Delicious.
You know, you're fancy.
Paella. That's right. Let's see if there's any other ones. I'm trying to think just off the top of my head. You know, okay, here's an interesting one. High school. Most overrated life experience.
I disagree. I disagree. I think high school is one of the greatest experiences.
But now,
Good
look
or
at this.
bad.
Though,
It
Hunter,
teaches you things.
it does, but you are also talking that from rose-colored glasses. Here you are, star football player, popular,
but-
nice car, everything like that.
Yeah,
There's
but
a lot of people.
I wasn't a jerk. I was friends with everybody. The kids that sat on the steps for gym class.
Well, I'm not saying you
nerds,
were.
as you called them.
I'm not saying you're a jerk though, but you had a very positive high school
Positive
experience.
high school, okay.
Even me too, though. But here's what I think the
So
problem
if
is.
you were bullied and okay,
Well-
yeah, absolutely, I could see that.
But also too, even if you weren't, even if it was, let's say, middle of the road, I think what happens is people put it too much, and we all see that with maybe that old high school football coach that's still in the same town, and
Yeah.
you see him, and he's just like, ooh, boy, that's kind of rough. I mean, he's still living, he's still Uncle. I think maybe it's like the Uncle Rico effect.
You're right.
You know what is that? Because life moves on so much farther after that. And I will tell any teenager, if you're having enough time, this is literally the least of your problems. Actually, that's not a good way. Trust me, it's different. It's everyone
different.
I think you put too much pressure on it. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
for-
I'm trying
for
to
sure.
say.
For
Right?
sure. And you know another thing, we don't really know too much about cyberbullying because we didn't have to go through.
We
it.
didn't have that, right?
It's a whole nother
It's a
thing.
different
in
thing. It's a
school
different
now that
thing,
you have
right?
to deal with.
Yeah.
You know,
So I think maybe to eck on that is there's too much pressure, and it almost goes into the prom thing. Is we watch these movies, kids watch these teenage movies. Like, what's that one show right now? What's it called? I mean, and it's like it's just the wildest things. Like, no high school is ever like this. Like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. So maybe
yeah, I
that's
guess
what
it
is.
depends on who you are and what your experience was. For sure.
Yeah. This is a good one. Losing your virginity.
Overrated experience. Yeah, there's
Definitely for the girl that I lost mine to. That was overrated on that part.
nobody was impressed. about
Nobody.
anything.
That is a funny one. That is because there's another thing that so much pressure is put around
So
it and
much
everything.
pressure.
And I mean, you don't know which way is left or right. It's
Right.
just it's awkward.
It's much like when Will Ferrell like blacks out in that one scene and like you kind of wake up afterwards like what
Yeah.
happened? What?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
I would say that's a good one.
I would love to
Overrated.
tell my story, but I can't. But I will just say it wasn't great.
No, mine wasn't either.
It
And
really wasn't.
anyone who says, "Dude, I crushed it.
No,
it
you
was
didn't.
amazing." No, you didn't.
No, you
No one does. Honestly, it took me until like a few years later before I even somewhat was confident or knew what I was
You
doing.
know?
Okay. Yeah. Dude, just in there slaying it. No, you didn't.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you did. All right. No
you
one did.
No.
Relax. Crushed it, bro.
You
Best
didn't
ever.
just learn cursive. You had to practice for a while. Okay, get out of here.
But yeah, mine was like using a stamp.
What is going on here? I don't know what's going on.
You know, mine was like, yeah. It's so funny. That's such a good analogy. All right, you didn't learn cursive. I'm sitting there writing with a pencil like this, and one of those big jumbo ones to help with my articulation. You know. All right. Overrated.
God
What?
damn it! Get the hell out of me! You got to come on stream now, dude. Okay, I will never scare anybody anymore. Do that. Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Afraid he might lose his job by one of these.
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Damn
Yes.
it.
Yes, Amanda. Yes.
Dude, my heart almost hit the camera.
That's
serious.
that's hilarious. That's look at how jumpy, dude. You're so jumpy right now. That's hilarious.
I'm all jacked up on coffee too.
I tell you what's not overrated: watching someone get scared to hell. Yes.
Tonight.
Yeah.
It's-
Out in bed.
oh man, I love it. All right, well, hey, good enough for now. We'll be back with more. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around. She almost got shanked. You gotta watch it. Can't sneak up on me like that. That's hilarious. All right, we'll be back.
Holy smokes,
Dude,
that's what it's
so
like.
fun.
Oh,
That's hilarious, dude.
Dude,
is
that dropped me.
hilarious.
Jesus.
Fantastic. I could tell because that was a legit. That wasn't like a you were putting it on. That was legit.
Oh,
That's hilarious. Yes. Yeah, little taste your own medicine.
yeah,
there,
it
Hunter.
really is though. Right, that's what it's like. Oh man, I'm ready for the day. Here we go.
I am awake. All right. Well, hey, thanks everyone for hanging out. We appreciate it. And have a great weekend. And shit, we'll just see you back here on Monday. All right.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Me and my pimple, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ.